And I got a little recap for you. Check it out. Alright guys, so let's jump into this recap here. I do have a live trade here for you today. We're going to go over that, the signals that I saw, why I entered, why I exited, where I exited, and why I exited again after I exited the first half. So it's a total of one ticker that I entered with one entry and exited in two exits. And I'm going to show you exactly why I exited, where I exited. I think I repeated that one too many times. Let's get into this right here. Let me show you what today's movers were looking like. First, let's move this out of the way so I can bring you over the gap scanner. This is Tesla options I'm always looking at, and these things are sky high still. Super high. Tesla reports earnings today after the bell, and I've been seeing a lot of Teslas on the road, so I don't know what's going to happen there, man. It's looking crazy. Let's see here. Let's go again to the use historical data. We're going to put 9:25 a.m. And this is what it looked like today. Leading gapper up 88%, volume 1.6 million shares traded, 57 million share flow. As you know, typically don't like those higher floats. I like them 20 million and under. 25, 30 million is still kind of acceptable, but I'd really put this on ignore because of the high amount of shares. So then I had MNI here as well. Not really, because it only had 18 shares. HEPA was my actual focus on the day. It had news yesterday and after hours, a big pop, a nice gap up, 3 million share float stock, and it was up 23%. So I really was interested in that one. GNPX was the other one I was looking at. These are the trade ideas scanners. I've been asked a few times in the comment section below. If you want to read more about them and get a coupon code in the description section below, you can find that information and click the links there. You will go to the pages with all the info on the trade idea scanners, as well as you'll have the coupon code you can copy and paste for 15% off. Now, Lee, let's take a look at what Lee looked like. Well, it's right here. It's actually the one on my screen. Huge gap up, huge, from $1.20 something all the way up to a high day of 309. And it looked like it was going to consolidate here right above VWAP and maybe make another attempt at a push, but it became a nasty short and a fade. Right now, it's anyone's guess what it'll do. The 200-day moving average is at 205, plus it has potential support on the daily, and I'll show you that right here. There we go. It has all this. Where is it? I lost it. Oh, here we go. It has all these tops right here in front of this $2 190 area. Okay, so you have these bounces here, right here at 190. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Push, came back underneath, broke up under it, and then you have more bounces. Then you have resistance. So like that 190 to $2 area, 205 where the 200-day moving average is at, that little channel there should have a lot of potential support in front of it. So that's basically where it's been bouncing today. As you can see here, bounce at $2. So we'll see what that decides to do the rest of the day. Then you had HEPA, HEPA. Let's go here to HEPA, HEPA. Now HEPA, had a big gap up from $5 all the way up here to this 635 area, $6. It started to kind of bounce around that area before it made this move right through VWAP and onto 650. And then HEPA, I'll show you on the daily. I really like that $6 area because, we have, where is it? Here it is. These tops here in the 590s, 590, 590s, 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 590s. We had a dip in the morning right here into this 586, 590 area, and then it bounced off of that. And you'll see here how it came down here to 591, and it bounced all the way back up to 650. Now, it was still a little bit early for me. I didn't take a trade there. I'm having trust issues with the market yesterday and today, so I was not looking to be early on any play. Okay, not even for a starter. It bounced up over VWAP, and then, as you can see, it's very choppy. It started to make this kind of action right here where it was holding the 9 EMA VWAP resistance, and I started to get interested in it right around here in the 640s and 650s, looking for a push up to like $7, and it kind of did it. Look at this. All the way up to 680. That would have been a real nice trade, even have gotten in here in the 640s for that 90 MA VWAP cross and push on real nice increase in volume. Now, what I did notice was when we popped up over this 650 area on this huge volume bar, I was waiting for a pullback into that area to get long in front of for an extension. And we kind of start to get that action. You see the pullback here, it starts to consolidate and it starts to look good for a potential push, but then it fails out. So that was not something that was to my liking. Then we had GNPX, and GNPX didn't do much at all either. You had the big gap up from the 120s all the way to a high day of 175, and then a continued fade and fail. So nothing on GNPX. So this was like the norm here, okay? So I did take one trade and I have it recorded here. We're gonna go ahead and grab that, but I'm gonna show you the action prior to me taking the trade, okay? You have the push up here, kind of double top action. I didn't like that. Then we finally start to get the extension as we get the 9 EMA getting up to closer to VWAP, volume increasing. I didn't take that trade. I wish I had. Would have made some good money on it. And then it starts to come back down. So I start to wait and look for the pullback. At the same time, let me show you this. Let me make my box smaller and move it over here, I guess. You have HEPA, HEPA, making a very similar move to AEMD. Now, AEMD looked cleaner in a sense, okay? But AEMD didn't have any recent news. HEPA did. And that's why I chose to go with HEPA. That was a mistake because AEMD made a better move. And you can see that here. Now I'm in. Like I told you yesterday, I was only looking to trade small, and I am 500 shares only. And I was in between both of these plays, and I only chose one because I didn't want to push my luck. And I chose the one that I thought had better potential because of the volume and because it had recent news, which was HEPA. AEMD actually made a better move in the end. So we'll go ahead and show you all that here. I like the bounce, right? We pulled in. I like the bounce. I get long right there in that bounce. My stop is 645, right underneath these highs and VWAP. So we come all the way back down here to VWAP. Meanwhile, AEMD is making the push. Had I gotten long AEMD in the 340s, we'd already be up here in the 360s, taking a little bit of profit. However, here I was actually considering adding, but I said, nope, this is not the environment to add. We're going to stick to the small position, and we're going to take a small win if we get it, or a big win if we get a big extension. I was looking to take half off up here, hold 250 shares for a push up over $7. Would have been a nice trade. Now we start, since you see how we have this downtrend resistance line, this downtrend right here. I'm looking for this volume right here that you see to start increasing as we pop out of that downtrend resistance line. The volume is not increasing dramatically at all. That is concerning. So I am actually immediately looking to take off 250 if we don't start to really get up there to test that high day right away. We don't. I take off 250 right there, book a little profit, and then I put the other 250 at a mental stop of break even. Okay. And we see the volume increasing very, very slightly, very minuscule. Nothing to be happy about, honestly. We get that quick little pop there, and then look at that. Fail, I take the rest off. I was in at 264, I have 664. I take the rest off at 665. And I'll show you my orders in a second. And in the meanwhile, look at AEMD holding up very nicely up in the 350s with a push all the way up to 370s. Right there. It breaks over 370, well, 370 on the dot. Meanwhile, HEPA is failing just like I thought it would, and why I exited and bailed before the fail, as we like to say on my channel. Right there, saved a bunch of money. Actually, green on the trade. Should have been in AEMD, and here is AMD. You know, I made a high of 370, so I probably would have been green, obviously, on this trade, much more green than I was on HEPA. But you can see very similar setups. Just one worked out a little bit better than the other, but both really failed setups, no extension moves at all on any of these plays. So it's still the bears are in control. We have FOMC meetings today. We have earnings. Tesla's reporting earnings after the close. So this is the environment that makes it very hard to trade small caps. And with FOMC meetings, it also is making it hard to trade large caps. So in reality, it's a shorter's market right now. And I came in, traded the plan I wanted, small shares, taking profits on the little pops, and just being very conservative and careful with my money. Let me know how you did. Drop it in the comment section below. I hope you were safe. Remember to smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you have. Before I forget, guys, I have a new video coming out either today or tomorrow on a step-by-step how to invest in a Roth or traditional IRA. Step-by-step. Like, this is going to be super manual, step 1, step 2, step 3. That's all you got to do, right? Just watch it and you'll know exactly what to do and how to do it. So remember to hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I drop that video. And I'll catch you on the next one.